So for the people, especially the Jews, that somehow are convinced that the existence of a state of Israel is necessary for safety of Jews worldwide, I beg to differ. I actually think that this is making us less safe as Jews in the diaspora, and definitely less safe in this country. It's not working. And the consistent conflation by people like our representative between Judaism and Zionism is not helping either. Okay, you are perpetuating anti-Semitism. We are on the wrong side of history as a country when we're supporting this genocide. And it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for us.
And if you think it's bad now, watch this clip and you'll understand why it's going to get a lot worse.
On October 7th, Hamas murdered 1,400 Israelis, maybe more. This is in a country of fewer than 10 million people. This would be equivalent to over 50,000 Americans murdered in a single day. That's 29 11s. That is why October 7th is another day that will live in infamy. Mr. President, you rightly said that Hamas is worse than ISIS. The German chancellor who visited here yesterday said that Hamas were the new Nazis. You're both right. And just as the civilized world united to defeat the Nazis and united to defeat ISIS, the civilized world must unite to defeat Hamas. There's only one thing better than having a true friend like you standing with Israel, and that is having you standing in Israel. Your visit here is the first visit of an American president in Israel at a time of war. It is deeply, deeply moving.
I want the people of Israel, the people of the world, to know where the United States stands. I've had my great Secretary of State here. He's been here for a lot, but I wanted to personally come and make that clear. Terrorist group Hamas has slaughtered, as has been pointed out, over 1,300 people. And there's not hyperbole to suggest slaughtered. And, well, anyway, that's who we are. Not just me, but I mean, that's who the United States is. And it's just not the example of our power, it's the power of our example. It's almost as important. The world's looking. Israel has a value set like the United States does and other democracies. And they're looking to see what we're going to do.
You just wait until the ads start with the GOP next summer.
I will say he was right about one thing, though. He was right about one thing. You just see what they're going to do, and that Israel does have the same mindset as us. You are absolutely right about that. Yeah. We share the same mindset.
When they when the GOP, whether it's Trump or whoever, is doing ads next summer, that are basically going to show this man ready to
He was like falling asleep.
It's so... You cannot sell that. Just like Vosh was on on Monday saying that you can't sell RFK's voice. Well, you know what?
You can't sell Sleepy Joe.
You can't sell that.
No. And also, can we all just stop for a moment and think of the irony of Netanyahu calling out someone else as a Hitler? Let's just process that for a second, because right now, to me, I want to take that image of Joe and Netanyahu hugging and superimpose Hitler over Netanyahu's face, because I promise you, that is how this will play in history. This won't age well.
The good news is, if there is any silver lining to what's happening here, the good news there is an uprising of free Palestinian sentiment in this country. It is very real, and the reception that Jen has gotten on social media, even down here, there's always exceptions. It's obviously always going to be a handful
better than it's ever been.
Better than it's ever been, but it's reflective in that people recognize that major change is coming in this world, and one of those changes is going to be the freedom of the Palestinian people.
Wait, guys, and before we do this is shout out. You're going to play the Jewish Voice for Peace. So, guys, Jewish Voice for Peace, great organization that I'm a part of. They held a really nice gathering in the Capitol, and apparently there were a whole bunch of arrests, because nothing screams authoritarian like arresting peace activists. that's my tribes people. That's my tribes people. Yeah, again, reiterating, Judaism and Zionism, not the same thing. We actually know one of the rabbis that was there in that circle in the center in the rotunda, and that was, yeah, no, but it's hard. It's hard for everybody to say it. If you're a Jew, you're called a self-loathing Jew. If you're not, you're called an anti-Semite. You can't win with these people.
But I don't think that sentiment is working anymore.
It's
I don't
fading.
think that it is fading. It's like everybody's a racist. Everybody, I remember when the entire crusty liberal class could not get over the fact that Trump became president of the United States. And they had to blame everyone and anyone that they could get their hands on to give them their wrath, because their worldview got completely distorted and shattered right before their eyes. So as it became, everyone was a sexist, everyone was a racist, everyone was an anti-Semite, everyone was at fault but themselves, just like everyone took after Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton blamed everyone under the sun other than herself, including the fact that they had to literally rig a presidential primary in order to make her the selected candidate, and she still couldn't win the election. And then it became everybody else's fault but their own. And this is the same sentiment that we're seeing here right now.
I like that.
The same sentiment that we see here right now is that if you do not go along with exactly what the Israeli armed forces are going to do under Netanyahu's guidance, you are a anti-Semite or a self-loathing Jew. And I got to tell you, that's not working like it used to.
I wanted to answer this. Multimind, I saw her recently, like within the past day or so, on a live stream. She is fighting the fight, and I cannot remember exactly where she is, but Medea is all in this. She was, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like everything between Ukraine and South America. She's like on it, but she's only one person who, but I assure you, she's on the correct side of history on this.
That she definitely is. And this is why, you come to a point of like a fork in the road, so to speak, and you have to decide, what do you want to do? What do you want to, how much heat are you willing to take to do the right thing? And
to me, I feel like cook me, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I am so enraged about this whole thing right now that it is like there is no, and yet completely resolved at the same time. Like sure. I am very resolved. I've never been more like content as far as like where my position is on this and where I stand. Like I'm very comfortable. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.